Oh, look at that. Hello, everyone. Hello. It shows no one's in here, but there's clearly a decent amount in here. Hello, everybody. Hello. My YouTube's being weird. It says 0 viewers and everything. Give myself a little light. Okay. One second. Trying to set up. Star Wars. I don't know what that is. Hello, everybody. Greetings. Hello. It only shows 1 for me. Now it shows 70, so now we're up to speed. I'm good. I'm decent today. How are you? Well, what am I doing? Not much. I'm very bored. That's why I did this. Thank you. I can't. Pogger, thank you for that very much. I watched all your videos. Thank you so much. I wish there was a translate option on here, or else I could see what you're saying, but I don't know what that says. Got a scavenger hill for Christmas, only the start of the collection. Nice. I'm sure you like it because it's really good. I love it as well. Mine's actually kind of broken right now, sort of. I kind of fried the board. No fault to my own, or only my fault, really. What is my favorite saber? I would say my, probably my saber trio. I just really like to use it. It's very fun. And it's really good to spin. What does my sweater say? It's just some random, I don't even really know. Is the $160 lightsaber worth it? 100%. It's so worth it. Thoughts on chicken nuggets? That's a good question. Chicken nuggets are good. I very much love them. Depends on where they're from, though, you know? If we're talking Wendy's chicken nuggets, so good. That's my favorite. Everyone comment their favorite chicken nugget place. And McDonald's nuggets are, like, okay. If you're in the right mood for them, just for like, crap food. Excited for Jedi Survivor, insanely, because Jedi Fallen Order was the reason I got into Star Wars so much, so I'm very, very excited for that. Anakin or Obi-Wan? Anakin, for sure. How's my health? Physical could be better, mental, alright, pretty good. Hold on, I'm trying to keep up here, I got a Cal Kestis replica for Christmas, that is awesome. Where did you get it from? I'm getting a Vega soon, do you have one? I do have a Vega. Keep up the good work, thank you. I've heard of Sabers Pro. Sort of, I don't really know much about them, though. Where do you recommend buying a dark saber? My favorite is from Kaizen Sabers. It's very pricey, though. More pricey than the one I have, which is from Corban. Okay, can the chat return now? What's up? Not much. What kind of music do I like? Everything. Very standard answer. But I do really enjoy everything. I love EDM. I mainly listen to alternative kind of rock. A lot of indie rock right now as well, which is kind of new to my category. But yeah, a lot of guitar stuff, mainly. I've always loved R&B as well. Vader or Luke? Luke, I don't like Vader, to be honest. I like Anakin, though. Do you like Electro Swing? Yes. Are you a turkey? Yes. Worst saber ever, in your opinion? I would say either Palpatine's or Vader's. Just based off of, one, the design of both of them is god-awful, and Vader's is horrible to spin. What is your favorite game? Of all time, I would say Jak and Daxter, if anyone knows what that is. It's a PlayStation game. But right now, I don't know. I'd probably say Modern Warfare 2. I have it pulled up right now. Although I was just raging, which is why I stopped. You should spin your favorite saber right now. Maybe not. Maybe. Thank you, Pogger, again. This is the last one. I think you sent one a minute ago and I missed it. Let me go back up. Hold on. You did. You sent 3. Thank you so much. And you sent a text with this one. This is the last one. Wish I could help out more. No, you're very much appreciated, dude. Thank you so much. Jedi Fallen Order. Yes, good. Thoughts on the sequels? I love the sequels. Well, I wouldn't say I love them. But I find myself rewatching the sequels more than I do the original trilogy, which is my least favorite. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really think the storyline's better necessarily. I just think the graphics, for me, make it better, and I enjoy watching it just based off of that. Like, The Rise of Skywalker, I think it's just a very visually stunning movie, and that's why I like it. Who's my favorite YouTuber? Good question. I feel like I do have one right now. Who am I watching a lot of? Oh gosh, I really don't know, but I do watch a lot of YouTube. Markiplier? I've never watched Markiplier. Do you think Luke is overrated? No, not at all. I think he was done really dirty in the sequels, so if anything, he's underrated. How is the current state of your wallet? Um, it's been I mean, it's kind of getting low. Not gonna lie. I've had some fun recently. What is my most hated saber in my collection? I'm gonna say Vader's. I just don't like it. I really don't. Any new saber unboxings? Yes, I've been a bit not really slow on the saber unboxings, but I haven't gotten one in a while. I have 2 coming though, 3 technically, 3. I have the Boone Kestis saber that's coming next. It's actually in the room next to me. It's still packaged up. If anyone knows what that saber is, it's next. Bark, you go bark. Vega hilt with it. I do have the Vega already. And then I also have the Maul conjoined with the Ventress saber. If anyone knows what that is, it's a staff. So I have another staff review coming, or double-bladed, whatever you want to call it. I have that coming as well. So I'm really stoked for that one. And I kind of want to skip over the Boone Kestis and go straight to that, but I'm not going to. Have I watched The Bad Batch yet? Yes, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of The Bad Batch, but I really like it. And I watched the first 2 episodes. I stayed up for it. I loved it. I loved it so much. The staff from season 7? I don't think Maul's in season 7 is the Venture side. I think, is it? I haven't looked. I'll have to look at that. Let me look that up right now. Maul season 7 staff. Cause oh, you're right, it is. Okay. That is my bad. Yeah. It is that one. Okay. I didn't realize. I should have known that, though. Yeah, the one from Season 7 that Maul uses against Ahsoka, that is what I have coming next. I just looked it up. Thank you for that, because I was wondering if that was in a show or not, or if that was just comics. Do you think Cal Kestis should go live action? I don't think he should. I think he will. So I'm super excited for that. I don't actually have my Maul saber with me, so I can't show it. Do I play God of War? No, I don't. If I miss your question, say it again. Just don't spam it. I'm trying to keep up. Is Vega hilt worth it? 100%, but I think the Scavenger is way better. What I don't like about the Vega is that it has that curve, and it's like higher on one side than the other. So it's really weird to spin it, especially with a longer blade. But that's about the only thing I don't like about it. So I would buy the Scavenger instead. Plus, the Scavenger is a bit louder. Favorite lightsaber color? Orange. Vega hilt is worth it. I have one. I agree. It is worth it. I will give you $1 if you say Obi-Wan is the best character. I don't know if I want to lie to chat, though. I mean, Obi-Wan is pretty great. Favorite Star Wars movie? Revenge of the Sith. Thank you for going live. Talking with you is great. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. If I could get a NeoPixel, what is the best one for me? If you're starting out, I would go to Imperial Workshop. Doesn't matter which one you get. Memory from the last stream, I got the saber. Fars Productions. I feel like I remember your name. I'm sorry, I don't really have a very good memory sometimes. But I do remember your name. I'm about to buy the Saber Trio Senza with the little Fallen Order side thing. Should I? Funny you say that. So, Disco Dragon. I am also going to be buying that same one, the Senza, with the Fallen Order shrouds, if you want. They're called shrouds. And then I'm also going to get the OLED, and I would recommend you also get the OLED as well. Because it is $50 more, and you're already spending a lot. But if you get the OLED, you're going to have a ton of features that will blow you away. So, get the OLED. Which I was going to buy that saber, and I literally built it. I built that saber in the last Saber Trio restock probably about literally 15 times. I'm not joking. Maybe more than that. And I put it in my cart, and all I had to do was hit place order. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But, speaking of Saber Trio, here's mine. And, start for Christmas, I got the Saber Trio stand. So, it's pretty neat. I don't know if it's backwards. It's backwards for me on here. But what is OLED used for? Like, what benefits does it bring? So, I don't have an OLED, but I've used one several times. An OLED can, one, you can play games on it, which is pretty neat. The games are actually kind of fun. I've played one. I lost very quickly. You can play games on it. You can play the Star Wars movies on it in like 8-bit form, and it's pretty funny. And you can also, like, it'll show the Kyber crystal loading. It will like show the font as you switch through it. Probably more stuff than I even know about because, like I said, I don't own one, but I have used one a lot. Do you use CC sabers? Yes, I have a CC saber. My Ahsoka's Clone Wars are from them. And I also have the Riva coming in from them if they ever decide to actually send it out. How many lightsabers do I have? Right now, I think I have 37. Where did you get your skinny flex from? Corbanth. But if you want the most accurate Anakin's Revenge of the Sith saber, go to a place called Seven Chambers. Seven Chambers. What is the most comfortable... What handle is the most comfortable to hold? I would say maybe this one. This one right here. Do I have a Fallen V1? No, I don't have a Fallen V1. I would like to own one just to have all the Vs. Like, I have the 2 and the... No, I only have the 2 and the 4. I don't really feel like I need the 3 because it's the same thing as the 2. Pretty much. So, I would like to own a V1, though, if anyone ever sells one. I feel like they're pretty rare. I don't know. I don't see them on the market anywhere. They're fairly old now at this point. What force ability would you want? I don't know. Maybe, I mean, just simple, just moving stuff. I feel like just being able to move stuff would be my biggest use. I don't want to choke people. I don't want to do lightning or Fallen V1s are on Neo sabers. Are we talking about the 89 sabers Fallen V1? Because that's what I'm referring to. Slow down time or see in the future. Slow down time. I don't want to see in the future. Thank you, Pogger, again, so much. Never mind, my budget got boosted. Go buy yourself a Big Mac or something. But question, thoughts on Crimson Dawn? I have one of their sabers, but it is kind of meh. Thank you so much again. Truly, you're being very sweet. So I will probably get a Big Mac. I love Big Macs. Thoughts on Crimson Dawn? I have my Luke from them. If you've seen the Luke on my channel, I really like it. It has not really issues. It's just kind of annoying to use. But I think Crimson Dawn is great. They have really good stuff. They are LGT, so if something like what you're saying is it's kind of meh, I wouldn't necessarily put the blame all on them, maybe, perhaps. It just depends on what you got. Crimson Dawn has always been very reliable, though. For LGT resellers, they're long-lasting, trustworthy. And also, they will ship to pretty much wherever. So that's one very good thing about them. Sucks you had a bad experience, though. I kind of didn't really have the best experience at first until I got to learn more of the sabers. I'm going to go 5 guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Is Tuka your last name? No, it is not. It's just a name I made. Saber I got was the one you recommended from Imperial Workshop. Nice. My favorite Kyberphonic font is the second, /Trilla. That's my favorite font of all time as well. Where did you get your budget NeoPixel? Imperial Workshop. Use code TUKA. Got any Star Wars Legos? I do. I have a little Luke and a little Obi-Wan. And then I also have a BD-1, but he's not finished. I started building him like 4 months ago and never finished it. I still have all the pieces sitting out. I don't know. I plan on doing lives where I do build it, but I haven't. Do I have a Qui-Gon? No. Someday. What about art sabers? You could find a better spot, but you can still buy from them. Opinion on Battlefront. I like it a lot. I like Battlefront. Mainly 2. I don't really play 1. Do you like football, soccer? I'm going to say yes because I regret not playing it in high school, but I've never actually like been on a soccer team or football team. I've never really played it much at all, but it's always something I really wanted to do. Do you know TXQ Saber? I do. I've talked with him before as well. Should I build a custom CFX saber from TCSS? I don't know what that is, but CFX is amazing, so yes. Is Mace Windu alive? No. I would be really annoyed if they brought him back. That dude is dead. Alright, I get it. Alright, I'll get it with the OLED. Thanks for the recommendation. Should I get Profi or CFX from Saber Trio? That, I would get CFX. I don't know your experience with Neo Sabers prior, but if you're new to it and you don't know how to work Profi, especially, even if you aren't new to it and you, let's say you don't know Profi, I would really recommend CFX more, because you will have no trouble adding fonts to that saber if you get a CFX. It's literally drag and drop the file, rename it to how the other ones are, and you'll see it. It's like you just put the number, dash, and the name. That's it. So if you plan on adding fonts, because I can bet that you're gonna want to, get a CFX. It's just easier to use. Do I personally know Carly King? Yes, I do. She's a wonderful person. Me and Carly get along very nicely. She just hit 100K recently too, which is great. Congrats to her. Profi or CFX? That's a hard question. I like Profi more just because it's what I started on. So just because of that, I'm biased. But CFX is kind of better. CFX is kind of better. I don't know. That's just my opinion though. I think CFX has a bigger, I don't know. It's hard to explain it if I don't know. And also, one cool thing about CFX that I love is magnetic detection. If you've seen my Anakin Tusken Slayer from episode 2, you can like wave the ring over it. It's so cool. So cool. Profi cannot do that. Someday I bet it will be able to, but hold on, I missed a few. Sorry, guys. What company would you recommend for replica sabers? That is a long list, but I will say it slowly real quick. 7 Chambers, Corbanth, KR Sabers, the Pack Store. Those are my big 4. Yeah, no, I have like 20 fonts from Chirophonics, so I'm definitely adding fonts to the saber, so I'll go with CFX. Good idea. You will definitely not regret it, either way whichever way you go with, but yeah. I've gotten my hands on 2 Profi saber trios as well, and I was adding fonts to it, and the way they do their configs is a bit weird, but yeah. I missed a few. Does every single Imperial Workshop saber have the same fonts and pretty much everything? But yeah, they pretty much do. So the way it works, like if you're buying anything from Imperial, if it's a Xeno, they're all going to be the same regardless of the hilt. But over time, they will all change as they get updated and new fonts come out and they kind of change it up. But overall, if you were to go and buy every Xeno saber on their site, they're pretty much all going to be the exact same. But it just might change over time, if that makes sense. Follow-up question, how did you meet Carly? So I actually planned it with her to meet where she used to live, and I drove quite a ways away because I had something else to go in that area to do. So I was like, hey, why don't we meet up? I'll gift you this Trilla saber because you need it for your cosplay. And it was a great meet. It was really cool, really cool. That was one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite memories of this whole Star Wars thing for me, was meeting her. I know I'm missing a lot, guys. I'm sorry. How many lightsabers do I have? 37. Do you ever cosplay? Sometimes, not as much. It's not something I'm really into, but I do it. Kylo Ren. What about him? I love him. Thank you again, Pogger. My phone's finna die. I might join later. See ya. Thank you for hanging, man. Thank you. What's your most expensive lightsaber? Sorry, cap lock. My most expensive, if you count it as just the price, is both of my Ahsoka Thrawn Hunters from The Mandalorian. It comes as a set, so it was $1,300 for those, but it was two sabers. My Saber Trio speaker is fixed. Interesting. Did you get a Profi or a CFX for that? Did it blow? Because a little fun fact for you, thanks to my master for teaching me, Saber Trio speakers, or CFX sabers, the speaker is always running at max capacity. I don't know exactly why, but I know that's how the board works, so the speaker is always pushing itself, I guess. Whereas Profi, you can like... I don't know how to explain it without sounding like an idiot, to be honest, but if it's CFX, that would be why. But I have heard of a lot of Saber Trio speakers blowing, but mine has not really done that. Not yet. Do you have a Savvy's Workshop lightsaber? I do not, but I do have a Disney saber. I have several of them, and they're the exact same thing. Regardless if you built it in Savvy's. So, Savvy's Workshop, Disney sabers like the Legacy ones, Hasbro Force Effects, all those, they're the exact same. They're just a different brand. They might be slightly different, but lighting-wise, they are all the same. How many tattoos do you have and why did you get them? I have I have 5 tattoos. Oh, thank you, Gat Mebd. I want to say that. Have you been to Disneyland? Yes, several times. Is the Saber Theory Star Killer saber better than Neo Saber's version? I don't know much about Neo Sabers, but I'm pretty sure they're an LGT reseller, so they're selling the exact same one. I could be wrong though. I've never been on Neo Saber's site, but I'm pretty sure they are an LGT reseller, just like Saber Theory. My favorite saber brand, Saber Trio, all the way. Thanks a lot, man. A few months back about the Vega. Thanks for your review. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad you like it. What is my favorite saber? Probably this one right here. I am planning to do a Profi customization video at some point, but it will be, I don't know. It's tedious. It's tedious. Your channel rocks, dude. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. How did you move from doing first-person shooters to showcasing Star Wars lightsabers? I mean, things change. Like, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up here, and I'm not saying it's anytime soon, but people change, lives change. I grew away from Call of Duty. I still play it. I have it loaded up right in front of me, but it's not what I enjoy posting anymore. I'll post it randomly here and there, and then Star Wars just kind of happened for me one day. I really got into it from Jedi Fallen Order, and here we are. And I'm sure like 8-10 years down the road from now, I probably won't be doing this anymore because it will change, as all things do. But who knows? Thoughts on the Clone Wars TV series 2008? I love it. I love it. Is it also worth buying empty sabers? 100%. I have a few empty sabers behind me. I just haven't gotten around to install them yet, but someday I will. What is the best saber company in your opinion? Vader's Vault and Saber Trio. I don't have a Vader's Vault, but I don't need one. I've used them plenty of times. They're amazing. And if you just go and look at Vader's Vault's site, the prices alone will let you know. Someone just asked, what do you think about Vader's Vault? They're incredible. They're literally perfect sabers. Yeah, I have no complaints against them. I have a, I have a blade here from them. This is a Vader's Vault blade, 30-inch, sanded. It's my favorite blade. Sorry, that might have cut out. My phone is on 10%, so I'm probably going to end this soon. How do you install sound fonts on your Saber Trio? Depends on what board you have. If it's CFX, drag and drop the file. If it's Profi, I can't even explain it, it's so much. I'm not going to say how much I make off YouTube, but... Do you know if the scavenger hunt will be going on sale anytime soon? It doesn't really go on sale. It's just so cheap as it is. I mean, you can use my code if you want. You can use someone else's code, use Carly's. If you use a code from a creator, you'll get like pretty much the shipping off. So, yeah, it doesn't really go on sale. The best beginner saber is the $160 NeoPixel from Imperial. Even if you don't use my code, I still recommend it 110,000%. That's not even a number, but that's how good it is. It's just so, it's so good. And that's why I advocate for it so much. I love it. How do you install sound fonts onto a Xenopixel? That, I actually don't know. I have a rough idea. I could probably do it and figure it out, but I've never done it just because I don't care to. If I'm going to install a sound font for me personally, it's going to be on my CFX or one of my Profis. I don't really care to do it on a Xeno. Although I know a lot of people want me to make a Xeno tutorial. I don't know. David, please re-ask your question. I didn't see it. What is the best way to install empty hilts? That is not something I can answer. I have a list of good installers on my Instagram. I've played Vader Immortal. It's pretty interesting. I'll ask one more time. Who is your favorite character each trilogy? Anakin, Luke, sequels. People are gonna be mad, but I'm just gonna say Rey. I really like Rey. Get mad all you want. Do you have a Revan saber? No. David asks, is Ahsoka your favorite, and if so, what? Ahsoka is my favorite. My favorite tattoo, or one of them, is right here. If anyone's seen it, I have her sabers. What is your opinion on ally sabers? Very good, very good. What are the metal rings that come in the bag with the Allen wrenches retention screws? Those are called timing rings. I've gotten plenty of those. Never once have I had to use them. You can feel comfortable throwing them in the trash. They're there in case something doesn't fit. But again, I've never had to use one personally. I've thrown away most of mine. I think I have a few left just in case, but I don't need them. Hey, real quick, I have a question. Where should I get a new NeoPixel lightsaber? Imperial Workshop, very good place. I had to think about the last one. Yes, I did. I just didn't want to upset people because personally, I like the sequels and I do like Rey, but that's just me. Sorry. What is your go-to saber color? Lately it's been green. My favorite spinning color is green, and my favorite color overall for sabers is orange, but I typically don't spin with it because it doesn't look too good. I have made a lightsaber fighting video. I just made one recently. What is the worst saber you've ever used / seen? I don't know if I have one that I really dislike using, but seen, probably Vader's, because I just don't like the look of it. Best saber companies for dueling: Saber Trio, Imperial Workshop, Crimson Dawn. Yeah, all really good. It more depends on the blade. Make sure you just get a heavy duty grade blade. Heavy grade blade. That's what matters. I've dueled with this fairly hard. I've thrown this. I've beaten this one up. Perfect. Very good.
The pleasure's all mine.
I think I have it. Where's my phone at? 9. What makes Xenopixels worse? Well, they're not worse. I recommend them more than any other board to beginners. If anything, they are better. I got to go. See you later. Goodbye, Jay. Thanks for hanging. Xenopixels are extremely good for beginners. And if you don't believe me and you go out and buy a Profi, you're going to see why I say that. Because people all the time message me every day pretty much. Why don't gesture controls work on my Profi? How do I change fonts? I can't help you because you're going to have to learn Profi entirely pretty much to be able to change those things. And yeah, it's just hard. So please, please believe me, buy a Xeno if it is your first time round, or even if you don't know Profi. I'm telling you, you're going to want to take my word for that. Finally completed Fallen Order. What are your thoughts on that? I love it. I love it so much. It's the reason I'm here doing this live. Fallen Order is, yeah. Do you own a Savvy's Workshop saber? No, but I own a Disney saber, and it's the same thing. Thanks for letting us use your code. Yeah, of course. Thanks for using it. What headset did you use? I use SteelSeries headsets for gaming, pretty much. I love SteelSeries. Should I get an Anakin episode 2 or Luke episode 6 weathered? Interesting. Are you talking about like the stunt saber Luke uses in episode 6? Like the kind of white and black one? Because I'm a big fan of that. It's hard to say because I really like both of those sabers that you're saying. I would say get the Luke one. Yeah. Because, yeah, I don't know. I would get the Luke. How long did I have to wait for my Reaver? I had to wait pretty much, I think it was either 2 or 3 months, pretty much on the exact day. But it was a couple months. Saber Trio was 100% worth waiting for. Make more live streams like this. I probably will. I have to, like, I always feel like going live, and then I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I really do like going live. It's just my energy is always drained every time I do it. What do you think about Disney lightsabers? I've said this answer before, and I don't knock anyone who buys them because I've bought several. I have 3, I think, but I just wouldn't buy them. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're worth the money. I think they're outdated and they're kind of scamming you in a way. Not say fully scamming you, but I wouldn't buy them. But most people are sane, unlike I am, and they don't want to go out and spend $600 on a glow stick, which is perfectly acceptable. You shouldn't do that. So if you're just someone who wants to have kind of a replica that you can tell whose it is, just sitting there, buy Disney. It's perfect for that. But if you want something really cool that you will probably use, and like once you get a NeoPixel, you'll be like, wow, I'm going to use this a whole lot more than I thought. Because NeoPixels are just that great. So it's up to you. I don't knock people who buy them. They're fine. But, you know, you can get better. Which company has the best empty hilts? That's kind of a harder question just because then it would be left up to accuracy of the hilts because there's no electronics in it. And if you're going by that, I think KR Sabers goes probably more accurate than anyone out there, but the prices were ridiculous because they're just that good. So I would say KR Sabers, maybe even the Pack Store. Those two are very good. Is the Reaver a good beginner saber? 100%. I would personally recommend buying it in CFX probably, because Profi is hard to learn. But either way, Reaver is a great beginner saber. It's a high-end beginner saber, but at least you'll know that you can bang this up all you want. It's going to be fine. It will last you a very long time. Yeah. Saber Trio is phenomenal. Who would win? Yeah, Disney and Hasbro cannot be used in a duel. Imperial Workshop can, yes. Does force activation rings work on any CFX board? No. Like for my Saber Trio, for instance, it doesn't work on here. I don't know exactly how it works because I had my friend who knows a lot more than me try and add magnetic detection to this, and we thought it was going to work, but it didn't. So still, I think it's something that has to be added to the board, like, you know, when it's installed. It's like some sort of component that has to be added on there. But no, it does not work on every CFX board, and it doesn't currently work on any Profis at all. Why? Yep, thanks for hanging. Is there any saber you don't have that you would like to get? Good question. Yes. There's only a few left because I'm kind of picky with sabers. But I was talking, if anyone heard me talk about the Saber Trio Senza earlier. I want to get that. The Senza is like my next biggest one. And it might be, I won't say one of my last, but it's kind of like the peak of where I want to end my collection. Because it has an OLED. And yeah, I think that saber is gorgeous. That's like my end-all, be-all saber, so to speak. There is also one more. The Vader's Vault Shadow Sovereign, I believe it's called. It's the Sovereign saber from Vader's Vault, but it's like the all-black one. It is beautiful, and I don't have a Vader's Vault yet. And that would also be like an end-all, be-all saber for me. That'd be like a good finishing collection saber. I would also like to get... I don't know. I think like those two are really the only ones I have left on my list. Is there a limit to the amount of fonts you can add to Profis? Yes. So how it works is it can only hold up to a certain amount. There is no like 16 or 32 or whatever amount. It all depends on how complicated your blade styles. Sorry, how complicated your blade styles are. Because if you have some that are just really complicated and wild, it's going to take up more space. So it kind of works like that. But you can add quite a lot of fonts to a Profi, as well as a CFX. If you just keep it as like standard like movie flickering blades, you can add so many. But it's really not good to have a whole lot of fonts because it gets very annoying to click through. And it's also like I've had buttons wear down because of me just spamming through it so much, you know? So make a spinning tutorial. I will eventually. Don't know when. My phone is at 5%. Can you play Stressed Out by 21 Pilots? I do love that band, but I really dislike that song. Not anytime soon, but please make a spinning tutorial for sure. I definitely will. I definitely will. It is kind of like it's coming onto my list as I get things out of the way. I have 2 more Saber reviews coming next. So I'll have the Boone Kestis, and then after that, I will have like the Maul Season 7 staff. And then after that, I really don't know, but I have a few things that I might do. Not out of ideas yet. I'm just kind of picking and choosing. Could be a spinning tutorial. Might be the Profi tutorial. I don't know. I gotta go by. Thanks for hanging. Is it safe to charge Imperial Workshop sabers overnight? So, yes and no. You're not really necessarily going to mess it up on the first run through, but once your battery is fully charged, just try and be mentally cautious of that and take it off at that point. You really don't want to be leaving these things on like your phone overnight. What about Nico and the Niners? I love that song. I love Trench. Trench is so good. I don't know how to play any of their songs though. I know how to play Ride. It's really good, but that's about it. Is Saber Theory a scam or legit? They are not a scam. I have plenty of sabers from them. They're great. Yes, I have the one from Ally Sabers coming in. They actually are sending me that one, so I'll give my honest review on it, which I already know how it's going to be because Ally Sabers doesn't make the sabers. They're just an LGT reseller, and I know LGT is great and reputable, so I already know the saber's going to be good, but yes, that's how it works. Rise is my favorite song by them. Rise? Is that off the new album? Because I have a hot take about the new 21 Pilots album. Well, it's not new anymore. Oh, Ride. Okay. But I really hate the new 21 Pilot, the latest 21 Pilots album. I was a very big fan of them for a long time, and then when that album came out, it was a major letdown because I thought it was so unbelievably bad. There is only one song on that album that is sad because I love the new album. Sorry, no. I thought it was unbelievably trash. Like, I actually have to say it's one of the worst albums I've ever heard. And like I said, as a big 21 Pilots fan, that hurts to say because I love Tyler Joseph and the work he does. But I cannot get behind that album except for Shy Away. That is the only song I like. I'm going to go a little bit longer, putting my phone on the charger so we're moving. It's definitely very different from the older stuff, yeah. And to each their own. I'm glad other people like it because I don't. But maybe one day I will. Like, I don't know. I'll probably go give it another listen eventually, but I love the artwork on it, though. Sorry, I'm skipping everyone's questions talking about 21 Pilots. How to add sound fonts to your CFX. Drag the font folder you got, throw it in there. That's it. Rename it like the other ones. Super simple. That's literally as simple as it is. Opinion on Charlie Puth. I don't like his music, but his perfect pitch is pretty cool. Of course, that's pretty much all he's known for, besides a few songs, but yeah. Do you have Discord? I do, but I really don't use it. I just followed your IG. Thank you. I have some good stuff on there. not to be biased. Parsec sabers, have you tried it? I feel like I've heard of that name, but no, I have not tried it. What is your favorite food? I would say lasagna. I love lasagna. I don't have my Mace Windu with me, unfortunately. I let a friend borrow it. Opinions on Galaxy's Edge rides. They're really good, really good. I've been on pretty much all of them, I would say. Can I buy a NeoPixel on Amazon? Probably, but you might. I would just be careful. I'd just go to the site and buy it. I wouldn't go on Amazon. I've never really heard of anyone buying anything but baselets on Amazon, so I wouldn't do that. Ezra Bridger or Grand Inquisitor? I'm gonna say Ezra by a little. Well, I would say Ezra. Yeah, he's really strong with the Force. If I'm not wrong, I watched all of Rebels. I would say Ezra. I think he's a bit stupid, but he's definitely gotten better. I'm excited. I believe he'll be in the Ahsoka series as well, which I'm excited to see more of him. Could be wrong. Are the Black Series lightsabers worth it? Yeah. I mean, they're the same thing as a Disney series or Disney sabers. They're the same thing. So yeah, they're worth it if that's what you want. I love your shorts. Thank you so much. Inspired me to make my own Neo shorts. That's awesome. That's super awesome. Do I prefer CFX or Profi? I personally love CFX way more than Profi. I'm biased because I started out on Profi and I took the harder route and learned that first before any other board. And so I would say I like Profi more personally, but I think CFX is a better board. So, yeah. I would say both, but CFX. I'm only biased because that's what I started on. Yes, I do like Ahsoka Tano the best. What Hey, Too Good, big fan. Hello, thank you. Ultra Sabers is not fun. No, it is not. Ultra Sabers is not good. I would not recommend buying from them. What made you decide to get the Reaver over other Saber Trio models? Good question. I think the Reaver is just the best looking one. At the time when I bought this, I didn't like any of the other ones. Even the Senza, I didn't like any of them. But now this and the Senza are the only Saber Trio sabers that I actually like. I think this one just looks the best. It reminds me of Rey's saber for some reason, which I was always a big fan of. Kind of like the top, the claws, and the points coming out when she turns it on. So this was heavily inspired by Rey's for me. I just love the claws and the top part here where it shines through. I love that. I love the design. Do I like 12-string guitars? I've only played one once, and I only played it for literally 2 minutes, if that, and it was kind of weird. So no, I'm not gonna say I don't, but I have no interest in buying one. Although I do think 12-string acoustics sound ridiculously cool. Opinion on Saber Trio. Also, thanks for reading the comment. What is your opinion on the Deimos, or however you say it? Yeah, the new one. I love Saber Trio. My favorite saber company. That new one, the Deimos, however you say it. It reminds me a lot of Terran Malicos' saber. I'm pretty sure that's where the inspiration came from, which I do like. So I like it, but I would never buy it. I like the thin neck. What is that one called? I know which one you're talking about. Because the thin neck saber from Saber Trio was the first one I ever saw. And I think it's okay. I would never buy it though. But I don't dislike that one. Do you like Gibson SG or Gibson Les Paul? I hate SGs with a fire burning passion. I hate SGs. No, I cannot give you a shout out. Please stop spamming that, dude. But yeah, I hate SGs. I do like Les Pauls, but I'm definitely a Fender guy. I'm a Fender fanboy. But yeah, no SGs. I'll never own one. I hate them. Who's my favorite YouTuber? I really don't know. Someone asked that earlier, and I tried to think of it, and I couldn't come up with an answer. It's hard to say. I'm enjoying a YouTube channel called Casino Guitars right now. I gave them a shout out in my last video. I've been watching a lot more of them recently. Do I like Blink-182? I do. I very much like them. What was the was the first songs to play for me. Nice. How did you get Thor's Hammer's font? It is on Kyberphonic's site. The link is in the description to that video for that font. Alright, I might end this soon. I don't know. Maybe. Favorite Star Wars Rebels character besides Ahsoka? Yeah, better say it besides Ahsoka because it'd be her. I would say Kanan for sure. Kanan is Kanan. If you've watched Rebels, you know how great he is. Yeah. Kanan is amazing. My favorite font is The Second Sister by Kyberphonic. I had an energy crash right now. Ultra Sabers literally sell flashlights and hilts. Yeah, they kind of do. They're kind of garbage. Will you find a Count Dooku saber anywhere? Hopefully one day. I know a lot of people want to see that. When I do, yeah, it's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good video. What character do you think has the best personality? Obi-Wan or Ahsoka, probably. Where can I get the mouth saber? I have it linked in the description to that video. It looks different from the other links because I linked a YouTube video instead, but you'll find it. I wonder if you will see Kanan in the Ahsoka series. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think that's possible. It'd be really cool. How do you say your name, bro? It is pronounced Tuka. Oh, okay. Deimos is a contraction of Dathomir and Malakos. Okay, yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's a good thought. Thoughts on Jedi Survivor? Can't wait. I'm so stoked. So stoked. Any thoughts on giving the history of the sabers you will feature next? Yeah, I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. I have the Boone Kestis saber next, which I should have been working on that video already. So that will be either probably next week. I'll have that maybe, or the video up. And then after that, I will have the Maul Season 7 staff after that, which is really, really cool. How many Cal Kestis lightsabers you have? Currently, I have 2, but in total, I've owned 5 of them. Oh, do you like Cal Kestis' crossguard in Jedi Survivor? I forgot about that, to be honest. I'm sad you reminded me because I think it looks hideous. I think it's really hideous. If there's an option to not use that, I am not going to be using that at all. It looks awful on that saber. I like crossguards, but that is not the saber to be doing it on. It looks terrible. Greetings from India. Hello, hello. Do you like Empress Palpatine's saber or Rey's saber from her staff? I really love both of those sabers. And for me personally, I know like 99% of people do not like The Rise of Skywalker. I, however, love that movie. And mostly because of the sabers in it. Like Leia's is one of my top 3 sabers. I love that saber. It's one of my favorites. You have Leia's, Rey's, both of her sabers that were introduced for a split second. I just love both of those. So I would say Rey's yellow one I like more. Kind of. Because I thought it was so cool when I saw a yellow saber on screen. I loved it. Because I had this weird prediction going into that movie that I would see a yellow saber, and I don't know where it came from. And it showed up at the end, and I really don't know why I predicted this. I was like, I feel like there's going to be a yellow saber for some reason. As weird as the sequels are, they're going to do something like that, this movie. Sure enough, they did, and I was freaking out. I loved it. So, I feel like for me, there's different reasons why I love that movie so much, but yeah. Leia's lightsaber is so cool. It's probably, like, design-wise, that is my favorite saber of all time. It takes it. Did you get lightsabers for free to review on them? Some of them, yes. But I only give my, what do you call it? honest opinions. Jeez, sorry. A few of them have been, yes, but you'll notice a lot of them have also not been. I've paid a lot of money out of my own pocket for a lot of sabers. So, how many shops do you have a discount code in? I have one for Imperial Workshop, Saber Theory, and Ally Sabers. And the code should just be my username for all of those. What Star Wars movies are your faves? Revenge of the Sith, Rise of Skywalker, and Return of the Jedi. My top 3. You got a Saber Forge saber and you couldn't be happier. Well, I've not heard great things about them. I hear off and on experiences with Saber Forge about, oh, it was good, it was really, really bad. So I'm glad you had a good experience with them, because I really don't recommend buying from them unless you buy empty, but some people have good experiences with them, so. Are you, hold on guys, I'm getting to your comments, I'm a little behind. Are you and Collie King going to make another collab soon? Yes, we've been in talks. We'll talk every now and then and talk about it. There were several times where we were going to meet up recently, and it just couldn't happen, but it is going to happen soon, I promise you. We both have stuff for each of our channels that we'll be doing together. Very excited for that. Someone asked, are you planning to get another Strat or Telly? So I'm a Telly guy. Tellys are my favorite, they always will be. I have a Telly in mind that I want from the custom shop to kind of complete my dream guitar. I will be cloning this one right here. I'm going to clone that just in a different color, and that is going to be my dream guitar. So hopefully it'll be a Telly next. Are you going to buy a filled Cow Jedi Survivor? Yes, I have the empty one. When I have the right amount of money and to expend on that, I will get it installed. If I don't do it, it's either that or my Ahsoka sabers. I don't know which I'm doing first, but best Imperial Workshop, Vega, or Scavenger? Scavenger for sure. It's way easier to spin. What do you think about Ray's yellow saber sounded? It's one of my favorite sound fonts. Ray's yellow one, I love it. How much money did you spend on sabers? Probably over 10K by now. I have seen Balin's Levine's video with Carly in it. Yes, it was really cool. Savvy's Workshop or Vader's Vault? Whoa. Vader's Vault all the way. If you have the money to spend on something like that, because it is not cheap. Let's get, like, it is not cheap. But, Vader's Vault. Got a piece, man, great live stream, please do more. I will, thank you for joining, appreciate it. My favorite signature guitar, I wouldn't say I really have one, to be honest. I don't know. I would just say, I would, like, personally, the one, that Telly on the wall, I really doubt anything in the world will ever top that for me. I don't care what it is. I really haven't played that many guitars, to be honest, but I just love that Telly in the wall so much, and it is perfect for me. So I'm just gonna say that one. Is Mouse Saber free? The Mouse Saber font is free. Planning on buying from Saber Forge? No, never. I probably never will. Do you think you'll meet Balin someday? I doubt it. Nothing against him. I just don't watch his content. I think he's funny. He's got great content. I don't watch him. I'm not subscribed to him. Nothing against him. I just don't watch his stuff. It's cool he's a Star Wars fan, though, and Carly knows him, so that's pretty cool. I gotta go bye. Thanks for hanging. Thoughts on how bad Ultra Sabers is? 0 out of 10. Yeah, I would say a negative 10 out of 10. They're pretty bad. Yeah. Some people claim they have good experiences with them, but it's not often. It's so not often. And I think they got extremely lucky. Do you know how to play the guitar? So can you play something for us? I do know how to play. I might play something for you guys. How many weathered sabers do you have? Ooh. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but I would say about 5 or 6. There was a silver Stratocaster for 2K, would you buy it? Probably not. I don't really care for silver. But that Strat on the wall over there is from the mod shop, and that costed me 2K pretty much on the dot. It was like 1950, I think. So pretty much 2K. Is it easy to spend lightsabers? It depends. Spinning them correctly or just spinning them? Because spinning them correctly takes a lot of practice. I would start with a baselet, but if not, I started with a Disney saber and it hurt. It really hurt my hands because that was when I was first starting. So it gave me a lot of red marks right here, and they're like kind of blistered. But just push through that initial pain because you're probably gonna have some if you're using a thick saber as well, and you'll be fine. You're not gonna notice it after a month or two, maybe a little bit longer than that. You will not have any pain. If anything, your arm will just get tired. Is Vader's Vault worth it? I'm considering getting the Arden Elite. Yeah, Vader's Vault is 100% worth it. If you have, my voice just cracked. If you have the money to spend on it, it is so worth it. I've held several of them, and they are just wonderful. Favorite saber shop to buy from? Saber Trio for sure. Ash, thank you so much. Hello, long time caller, first time viewer. Yes, it's good to see you again. How proficient are you in dueling? Not very. I just posted my first duel video not long ago, and yeah, it was really fun though, a lot more fun than I thought. So I would like to do more of that. What NeoPixel blade looks best to you? I would say this Vader's Vault right here. It's on their site. I think it's like 150. This is a 30-inch. Make sure you get it sanded. That is so important if you want a brighter blade. So I would say this or the KR Pixel Strip on, what is it? Etsy? You can get it on Etsy. Spinning is easy. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Gotta go. It's been fun talking to you. Thank you for hanging out. I would like to see the hilt options of the internal. Yeah, yeah. Landon is correct. The hilt options for Saberforge and Ultra Sabers are nice. They do have really nice ones, especially Saberforge. But the internals are just so unbelievably garbage that it's just not worth buying it. And I haven't looked on their site. I assume you can buy them empty, but I've really not looked. Are good heavy dueling sabers from Art Saber? Yeah, they have heavy duty grade blades. So, have I dated Carly King? No, just friends. Season 2 of Bad Batch. You watched it? Yes, I loved it. It's really good. It's kind of making me more of a Bad Batch fan now, to be honest, if it keeps up like this. What's up, Tuka Sam? Hey Ash. What country do you live in? The U.S. My favorite weathered saber, I would say is my Calcestis. Bosnia? Yeah, I'm from Bosnia. How do I feel about the pack store? I'm such a big advocate for them. You'll hear me talk about them so much. Why? Bruh. But yeah, pack store is amazing. You can get them both empty? Cool. I figured. That'd be really weird if you couldn't. Gotta go, man. May the force be with you. You too as well. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Amy. I don't know where these questions are coming from. I don't know. My Saberforge Xenopix was awesome to me in my first saber, and I love it. That's awesome. See, when people say they have good experience with Saberforge, I can believe it. But when they say they have one from Ultra Sabers, I'm like, you must have got really lucky. So what's wrong with them? There's really nothing. I don't know. I kind of explained it already. Their insides are just bad. But if you you had a good experience with them, and that's great. Their hilts are nice. I do like a lot of their hilts, but I almost bought the Empress Ray folding one from them because I think it looks really nice. But that was the closest I ever came to buying from Saberforge. Hey man, love the vids. Thank you. Gotta go too, guys. It's been nice hanging. Thank you for hanging. Are you planning on buying a Qui-Gon saber? See, the thing about Qui-Gon's is I'm also not a fan of his. It looks like a flashlight with a button on it. It just looks weird. It is growing on me a bit. The one that I might buy is from the pack store, and it's one of the few, I think it might be the only saber they sell with a CFX board. So if you go and look at the pack store's Qui-Gon, that's the one I have my eye on right now. So, best beginner NeoPixel. Anything from Imperial Workshop or Crimson Dawn is very, very, very good. That was just Kratos. I don't know what game that is from, but yeah. I wish the chats would stop going away. Hello! Am I gay? I don't know. Good question. I'm actually going to be playing in the Disney Parade in June with my high school band. That's awesome. What instrument will you be playing? I don't know, bro. Me either, bro. Do the Fortnite. Chats keep disappearing. I play trombone. Cool. Do you like Bendy in the Ink Machine game? What? Have I ever gone to Galaxy's Edge? Yes, quite a few times. Is there a saber sword that's $160 with the international shipping? So if you're talking about the Imperial Workshop one, go to Crimson Dawn or Dark Wolf. Price might be a little different. Same saber, international shipping. Or Padawan Outpost if you're in the UK. I never talk about them much, but they are really good. That's the best description of Qui-Gon and saber I've ever heard. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. I think it looks stupid. But do I want to know why there's paint missing on my ceiling right here? That's because I taped my phone up to the wall and made a video, and I used duct tape. Actually, I used Gorilla Tape. Let's be more specific. So that was smart. Yeah, I should have used this other tape, but I didn't. I went and used Gorilla Tape, and it ripped it off, and I was like, damn, why'd it rip off? Do you like kyber chambers? Oh, I love, you're talking about crystal chambers. Yes, like where it shows the crystal. Yes, I love those. Good to hear, like the pack store, I'm getting Cal Survivor from them. That's great, that's awesome. They have I've held their Fallen Order Cal Kestis. It's pretty nice. It could use a bit of weathering, but very good sabers, super good. My pack store sabers are some of my most reliable ones out that I have in my collection. What are your thoughts on the Dark Wolf sabers looking to get the Anti-Slayer? Great. Dark Wolf is amazing. Super trustworthy. You think Qui-Gon's saber is dumb? I want my $2 back. Nope. Where did you get your Cal Kestis cosplay? Ooh, that's from a while ago. I got that from Cosguy. Bro, I'm gonna lose my mind if these comments keep disappearing. Am I planning to get the Grand Inquisitor? I was supposed to get it at one point, but I never did. So I don't know if I'll get that one. I have Rivas coming in, so that might be my... I would like to get Trillas again at some point. But do I ever play strategy games? Not really, not really. Well, yeah, not really. How long did it take to charge all your sabers for the collection video? A long time. I had to prepare for that video for actually several days because I was charging all of my batteries, all of the sabers, and still, even with that, everything was fully charged up. Some of the sabers wouldn't stay on, like the Disney ones kept turning off, and over time the Neos would die because I had them on for so long. So that video was stressful. That was one of my most stressful videos I did. Do I play Minecraft? Yes. Get your old Truly back. Just got Mission Impossible. Yeah. How much is your entire collection worth? That's hard to say. I would say probably, I don't know, 15,000 maybe, if I had to guess. Like everything. Yeah, maybe a little more. I have a lot now. Thinking about getting a lightsaber around $100, $200. What do you recommend? Perfect budget. I would get Imperial Workshop's Scavenger lightsaber. Perfect. That is literally the best one you can get. It's in my, if you go to my YouTube and go to the About section, the link is right there. You don't even have to use my code. I still recommend it. It's so good. And that budget is perfect. Yeah, it's a lot at this point. I never thought I would say that about owning lightsabers, but here we are. I really like the IW Paladin. Do you have any thoughts on it? I've heard great things about that, and I was thinking about buying that one as well. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right one. The Paladin is the Crystal Chamber one, correct? Pretty sure. But I was going to buy that one, and I still might. But anything from Imperial is great. And the code gets 10 off. Okay, sweet. Yeah. What are your thoughts on wanting Obi-Wan Season 2? I think they're going to do Obi-Wan Season 2 because Deborah Chow, sorry. She said it multiple times, like, if the fans want it, we'll do it. Of course the fans are going to want it, and of course they're going to do it. Even if it is a cash grab, like, I don't see why they wouldn't. but how do I display my sabers? Not very nicely. I kind of just, I'll show it in a second. No, it's the temple guard looking one. Maybe I am thinking of the wrong one. I'll look. Feelings about 89 sabers. I love them. If anyone doesn't know, 89 sabers is a very it's kind of like they're a step above LGT, well, a good step above LGT. So like places like Corbanth and CC Sabers are resellers of 89 sabers. So that means that they're not making it, they're selling someone else's in a way, if that makes sense. 89 sabers is fantastic. There's some of my favorite saber designs out there. Really accurate, a little expensive, but have you you're my favorite YouTuber. Share my lightsaber, newest sabers, sort of collection like yours. Thank you so much. It means a lot. How do I feel about Starkiller Saber? I really like his saber. I really do. Before you go, can I see Vader's? I would show it to you, but I lended it to a friend for a while, so I don't have it. Thoughts on Andor? I actually forgot about that show. I never watched it, and to be honest, I don't know if I have plans to. I'm not gonna lie. Do you have troubles with your sabers? Yes. I don't really talk about it a lot in videos, not for any specific reason, just because I get so annoyed with some of them that I don't even want to talk about it. The ones that I have the most issues with would be my Cal Kestis. And what else? My Ezra Bridger, which I never did make a review on that, just because of the fact that I'm pretty sure the button is kind of screwed. So my Cal Kestis, my Ezra Bridger, and my Dark Saber are the ones that I have the most issues with, just because the button fell out in both of those. So it's very frustrating when that happens. I missed a few. RGB or shoot, I can't speak. RGB or Xenopixel ones. Jeez. Xenopixel for sure. I don't really care for RGB, but if you buy them, that's fine. Totally fine. I have some. I bet I can make a New Jersey girl appear. Allie Graz. No way. Look at that. Want me to autograph a shirt for you or what? Any Corban Sables dual worthy? Not really. I wouldn't say no. Just buy a heavy duty grade blade. That's what matters most. But I also wouldn't go around dueling with, like, particularly a Corban Saber, because their install quality is very iffy. So if you break the internals on that, yeah, have fun replacing that whole saber. So I wouldn't duel with a Corban Saber. No, not at all. But you can. How often does it happen? Are you talking about buttons falling out? It just depends. Like, a lot of 89 sabers, Corban stuff especially, kind of a disclaimer, they have great stuff, but their install quality is just so iffy, and it's very, very frustrating. That's why most of my sabers from Corban are like shelf queens, because they'll just get issues. Yeah. Bye, Jay. Thank you for hanging. I don't like Andor too much. Interesting. I've heard good things about it. How much do you think it costs to install an empty hilt? So I've only had 2 empties installed, and one of them cost me... I did get a discount. My Tusken Anakin was a bit of a discount, like a friend discount, I guess you'd say. That one was like $500. And then I installed a Cal Kestis empty. Well, I had it reinstalled, and that was I think it was $600. So it's pricey for sure. Disney sabers suck. Yeah, they kind of do. Yeah, they kind of do. Do you have any Starfall sabers? Good. Not a lot of people know about Starfall in here, but you do. That's great. Starfall is great. I would say one of my favorites to use. I have a friend named Obi Jacoby, Jacob. He's kind of taught me everything I know that I know right now, and he's let me hold many of his Starfalls, and they are incredible, so incredible. They're a little bit pricey, I think, but they're good. Ultra Sabers versus DX Sabers. This person picked like some of the worst 2 companies out there entirely. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Ultra Sabers. Yeah, DX Sabers is a place that I just literally don't mention at all because they're so bad. He's a complete scammer and a horrible person, like genuinely. I don't even like mentioning him. He's like an asshole. He's a terrible person. There was just to give you an idea, DX Sabers one time did this thing for charity and raising money. Took all the money, didn't donate it. He had some sort of like lawsuit thing against him because I saw that the person sent me the documents. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't even talk about them. He's so bad. Who do you flips? What? How many sabers do I have in total? I think right now I have like 37, maybe. When you get empty sabers, do you ever wish you had it installed, or does it sit on the shelf? Yeah, that's a good question. So when I bought my Ahsokas, I've had them uninstalled, sitting on a shelf for almost 2 years now. That sucks. I really wish I kind of got them installed, but I didn't have that extra money at the time. So yeah, it's kind of the same deal with my new Cal Kestis. Same deal. Your name is Jacob as well? That's cool. Jacob's a good name. Yeah. If money is no option, who do you buy from? If money's not an option, Saber Trio or Vader's Vault or KR Sabers. Those are like the top 3. Okay, and that's all right. Just checked out Starfall. How can they be so pimp? Yeah, they're really great. They're really great. Starfall's awesome. I've held my friend Jacob had a very wild looking Starfall. It was like, it reminded me of like Legends of like Zelda or something, like this weird sword thing he had. It was crazy. These blades he had in it. Besides the price, what is the disadvantage to installing a saber? Actually, installing a saber, like buying an empty and then installing it, is actually a very big advantage rather than a disadvantage, because if you buy from like a place like Corband where the install quality isn't that great and you're still spending $700, $800, $900, which sucks. If you buy an empty from a site like that, which is what I'm going to do now, then you send it off to someone who knows what they're doing. You're getting the best of both worlds. So you're getting a great hilt, sending it off to someone who specializes in installing, so it's going to be better quality, and you can get things that you want that you couldn't get on the site. So it's not a disadvantage at all. The only disadvantage is time. It might take you a little longer, but that's not always the case. Can you take the electronics out of installed sabers? Some of them, yes. Not all of them. Would you flip if Saber Trio did a crystal chamber hilt? Sorry, gotcha. Okay. That would be cool. If the hilt looked nice, I'd be interested. It just depends on how it looks. Like, a lot of their sabers I don't like, but if it looks cool, that'd be great. I bet that's one of the next things they must be working on, because they have a crossguard now, so that'd be really cool. What was the first saber you got that made you fall in love with sabers? So, Fallen Order, Cal Kestis' saber, or Jar Tapal's, was the reason I started doing this. Favorite color for a saber? Orange, for sure, all the way. I like green for spinning, though. How do you get the saber through lightsabers to be brighter? So, to get a saber to be brighter, it's not going to be a super insane difference, but if you buy, like this blade here, I've showed it off a bunch. If you buy a better blade, I have them in my link tree, and make sure you get it sanded. Getting them sanded is a super important part, so the diffusion is better, and it also feels better. And I've talked about like better batteries as well. Having a better battery, like the ones I use, and having it on a full charge is the way to get maximum brightness. What is my most accurate saber I have? I will show you. I'm gonna get them out real quick. So, this right here, I've shown these off before. This is my Thrawn Hunters, Ahsokas. These are from KR Sabers. I've mentioned them so much on this live already. KR Sabers is extremely accurate. Probably, like, in my opinion, the best accurate sabers you can get. But, yeah, these right here. These costed me a lot. I don't really use them too much because they're like these are my shelf queens. But I keep them in. These are the only sabers I keep in the box that it came with. And then the Shoto. Super nice. That hilt is too long. I mean, it is long, but her sabers are really long, so. Yes, I do play guitar. Did I get scammed? No, I've not really been scammed necessarily. I do have the tattoo of the Thron Hunters right here, yes. It's in my shorts if anyone wants to see it. What better battery to use? Saber Screw 20 use only 1860-50 lithium ions. Yes, so what they use is pretty much like the spec of the best batteries. Although I've never taken a battery out of a Saber Trio. I don't even know if you can without like hurting the electronics. I don't know. But those batteries are the ones I'm talking about. If you get one with a, is it 15 milliamp? So I'll show you. So the batteries that I'm talking about look like these. They're 18650s, 3000 mAh. They look like these. You just need something with a 15 amp continuous discharge. That's where these like get better, because NeoPixels really need a 15 amp continuous discharge to like the maximum brightness. So these little things. Yeah, I've pulled one out of my Saber Trio before. Cool, I didn't know, because I've pulled my chassis out really far on mine, and I'm scared to go any further. Because it'd be a shame if it broke, but like, you can go like this far and it kind of stops. I'm scared to pull this any further. Do I go to the gym? Yes. Well, my gym actually got ran into by a motorcycle apparently. So it's shut down right now, which is a big bummer. Because I would love to be going right now. You have to twist it. Okay. Twist it. Holy crap. Look at that. I can see the whole thing now. Yeah, you're right. Can I go further than this, than the battery? Or does it stop about right here? Should I not pull anymore? One question. RGB sabers are for combat, right? Yeah. No more? Okay. Favorite band is AC/DC or Metallica? Neither. I really don't listen to either of those. My favorite band is the Backseat Lovers. Yes, you can take the batteries out of Saber Trio and don't pull anymore. The other person said I could. But, I mean, that's good enough. I don't need to pull anymore. But, that's cool. I didn't know that. Did you just say the Backseat Lovers? I don't know who that is. I don't know. Never heard of them. What lightsabers recommend in the price of $230 to $200? I know what you mean. So around the early 200s mark, I would say Imperial Workshop again. They're just super good. And then I don't know. You're not really gonna get much more than that. I mean, Padawan Outpost, same deal kind of. Crimson Dawn. Kind of answered that a lot, but yeah, those three places are really good. New Star Wars movies suck. What new movie is there? Do you like Jackson V guitars? Jackson King V guitars? No, not really. If you're talking about like flying Vs, I kind of despise them. Same with SGs. SGs and flying Vs, I hate. I hate them. Thank you for hanging, Combat Bot. Do I have Discord? Yes. My Discord is, like, for my thing, is in my link tree. It's kind of towards the bottom, but you can join it. I have a lot of people in there. Any places online to get a Ronin saber besides the Pack Store? Ooh. I think the only other place that sells a Ronin saber is Corbanth. Check Corbanth and CC sabers, because they're kind of the same deal. Do I know? Hold on. I have an SG. I respect your right to disagree. Yeah, I've just never been an SG person. I hate them. Like, I really do. You said your favorite band was the Backseat Lovers. Yes, I love them. I'm kind of obsessed with them, to be honest. You have a Discord, but do you have a compliment cord? Nice pedal board? What? Oh, yeah, it's on my bed. I forgot you guys could see that. Yeah. let me pull it out. Look at this. This is my board. It's pretty neat. I have it, actually, speaking of the backseat lovers, I have the pink pedal there is signed by them on the sides. No one here really cares, but I'm showing it anyway. You have the same chair as my grandma? Yeah, I don't... The only reason I have this kind of like crappy chair in here, I don't want a rolling chair in here. I find them annoying and it just takes up more room. And I really don't care this does justice, so I'm using this old... This is a kitchen chair, an old one. So, yeah. And I have a blanket as a cushion on it because after a while, it kind of hurts. So I have a very weird setup for my chair, but I don't care. Your grandma's got a cool chair though. It's not a crappy chair. Oh no, I was just joking about not knowing who they were. I'm part of the wooden chair gang, let's go. Where would you recommend getting a cow from? The best place to get one, in my opinion, is Corbanth or CC. Well, go to CC Sabers because they sell the same thing, but CC Sabers prices are actually lower. So it's the same thing though. Have you been planning to buy a Gibson Les Paul? Not really. There's a couple that I like, but they're just. I think I would probably buy an Epiphone before I bought a Les Paul, but. I have a Firefly LP like right behind me this way, and it's pretty good. It's a good enough Les Paul for what I need. But there's a red Epiphone that I have my eyes on. I might get that. I might get that. Alright, guys, I am ending this though, because I didn't plan to do this for this long. So, thanks for watching. It was good live.